Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today I'm super excited to be sharing with you what I got at the Southern Comfort Fiber Market 2026. So, if you've missed our vendor walkthrough and show videos and everything else, I'm not sure if we're doing one or two this year. Um, if you missed all of that, every year for 6 years now, I have gone to the Southern Comfort Fiber Market in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I have met some wonderful people, some great vendors. There are a number of these vendors that over the course of the year, like I might pick an order here, an order there. I also start making my early Christmas gift list and everything. But this is the sixth annual Southern Comfort Fiber Market. So this has been so much fun for me watching it grow. I feel like I have an actual investment in the show at this point. I have done the first year, I just kind of like shared my experience shopping. After that, I've been doing more vendor shares where I'm introducing you guys to some of these vendors and updating you on what these vendors are doing. This year, we had a huge group of new vendors and a group of our steady, consistent vendors as well. So I'm very excited to share with you guys what I got. I did really well. I only got the 3 bags in the thumbnail. Like that's all I came home with. I feel so proud of myself for not like going absolutely crazy. So I do have a number of things on my shopping list though, and I did do a thing. So I guess we'll talk about that probably second in order. First off, I want to I'm gonna set this, I've kind of got the bag still sitting here on the table. We'll go with the not fiber, and then yarn, knitting, crochet, accessory group. The bags are arranged that way. It'll make it kind of easier to walk through here. So first bag. Ironically, all 3 bags here are bags I have made, so was not intentional. We will have some things that we'll come back to vendors at least once, I believe. So we'll go and pull everything out here, and that way we've kind of fell over. Make this sort of a clean walkthrough. I'm going to try not to talk too much. If you have a question about a vendor, please go back to the vendor video, or you can go directly to the Southern Comfort Fiber Market website, and there is a vendor list with everybody's websites listed down below as well. So I believe everybody except for like 3 or 4 have websites that are easy to access. So first off, we have J&E Homestead. So this is their 6th year at the show. And this may only be my second purchase from them. They're so awesome. So again, this is another veteran-owned business. Hence, go back to the vendor review thing. They are the ones that are the Ashford dealer. But this was available this year. And you guys know I am just a wee bit obsessed with mushroom aesthetic. I don't know what it is. I will probably never understand my obsession with mushrooms. One of those things that I cannot do myself, I just have zero talent for it, is needle felting. I could probably, like make a little needle applique. I've done something like that before, but like all the critters and the artwork and stuff, it's just out of my capability. But this is absolutely beautiful. And I just love I was trying to explain to someone that it's got a spider web, but it's not spooky. It's like organic spider web. It's like an organic scene. From Studio 250, it's either 54 or 56. They're the one vendor I did not get to talk to this year. So I really do not know what they had new. They were just slammed, as I said, in the vendor share. But I did get the sci-fi doodle deck. That has been on my watch list for a little while now. Lanart was back this year. I think they've missed the last 2 years. And I've got my sloth from a couple years ago is actually 2021, I think. I got my sloth. He hangs up on the cabinet directly behind the camera here. Well, this year, they had some of the cutest, bizarre stuff this year. Sugar skulls and skeletons, and they had the rock and roll mouse. It was just so much fun. They had so many cute things this year. So I was very excited to get my little zombie llama. There was another vendor that had little witches, which were also stinking adorable. From Loose Leaf Tea Co., I got their Scottish toffee tea. This is their favorite tea. And that's a style of tea that's been on my list. So I'm familiar with the cakes of the tea, but it's a little intimidating because some people love it and some people like it. It's one of those polarizing beverages. So I was dying to try theirs. She said it's very thick on the tongue. They drink it instead of coffee. So I was kind of excited to try that. And then she also gave me the orange bourbon herbal to try. I do a lot more herbal teas and tinctures, especially because I like something hot at night. So I've been trying to limit caffeine at night. It doesn't normally keep me up except for tea, but even coffee, I've been doing decaf in the evening. So I am dying to break into this. Part of the reason why I'm filming this before I've edited the vendor share, because I want to try my teas. I also want to get into using my new coffee mug. So Kickwheel Studio was back again. Everybody should be, if you're familiar with my channel, familiar with my Naked Sheep mug. It's on the do not touch list. Only I am allowed to use that one and my one from Poly Studio. And now we have a third mug that is only mine. So this is my strung out, over caffeinated sheep mug. She said in the making, the eyeballs fell off. So she tried to paint them in and they ended up just a little too small, which gives him a little bit of a flying high kind of look for me. Anyway, kind of my little spirit animal guy there. Over the top sheep. So the last non-fiber, non-yarny, non-project related thing is a t-shirt. This was from Nicole Madgen. She is the one that does all of her own tie-dye. I've gotten some of her recycled fiber that she's hand spun over the years. Last year, I think I got I think I may have gotten a braid from her last year. I also have one of her headbands that I use a lot, especially like when I'm just trying to cover my hair when I'm doing housework and I want to keep everything off my face, but I don't want to get stuff in my hair. I use that headband quite a bit, but she gave me this. So I am very excited. I shared it with a couple of people and they were like, oh my God, that's like the cutest thing ever. The problem is tie-dye, it's so much fun to do, but it's so expensive to try to make and sell and anybody who tries to sell clothing, shoes, things that are size specific like that, I really I admire their desire to try to do that, but it's so expensive to try to maintain enough sizes for everybody. And you never know, you may go to a show and everybody's buying up all the smalls and mediums. And then the next show, it's all the extra larges and larges. it's just so hard to maintain inventory and stuff. So she's actually discontinuing doing shirts, which I completely understand. It is so exhausting to try to keep up with. So I am going to put these to the side. Next up, we will have spinning fibers. Okay, so that ended up perfectly because we're rolling right back into Nickel Madigan once again with the braid that I purchased from her. So I am actually thinking I'm going to pair this with a black roving. I think I purchased the black one I was thinking. So this is an 80/20 Merino rainbow tweed. And this one is 8 ounces. Yeah, 8 ounces. So again, when this is done, I would pair this with 8 ounces of the black. There's one person that I love their black and gray tonal. That's the one that I'm using for the Witchy Poo yarn as well. I love a marl. So I do tend to, like when I'm spin marls. I do have a blue gray that this might also look really good with too. So I don't know. I'm thinking black. She did say this is black light reactive as well. I don't know where my little black light keychain is that I got from Arkansas Yarn Co. But that is not it though. So we'll talk about heel side real quick. So this is heel side. I always have to get some of their roving. It just spins like butter. This is the Cormo Fin blend again. And this is something opal. I don't think it's on the receipt. No, it's not on the receipt. It was like Mountainside Opal or something like that. But again, it's pretty. I like it. I still forgot to take my finished yarn from them a couple years ago where I took that 70 and Autumn Sunset and plied those together. I still forgot to take those to show her. I tell her every year I'm going to bring it and I forget. But I've spun their fiber now 3 times. No, twice. I've spun theirs twice. I have 2 still waiting to be spun. But anyway, like a dream. And the Fin Cormo, dream. Next up, I did a thing. And this is one of those, we've had this happen before. Accidents happen. So Andrew over at Briar Patch has started dyeing his colorways into his roving, and I am a huge fan of Aphrodite. I have Aphrodite in fingering weight and sport weight now. I just accidentally keep buying it, and now we have it in the roving. I couldn't turn it down. I mean, at this point, I have this colorway and everything that every medium or size that he dyes this in, I now have it. So like, how could I not? Also, I think I got a picture that I can just slip in here. He is knitting a sweater where he has spun this, and this is the color work section, which is absolutely spectacular. So I was thinking I could do something very similar because I do have a couple of patterns that have a detailing around the collar and around the hem and around the cuffs where I think it would be cute to maybe just slide in a little hand dyed. So I was thinking this would be kind of perfect. I'm very, very easily can get sport and DK weight yarn, even with my like, I don't know what I'm doing spinning. Anyway, I went down to the corner, just off from him, going around the outer loop of the show. And that's where Fold Out Cat was. And normally from Fold Out Cat, Q puts together these awesome, like to me that scream Halloween, like my acid green and black, the red, gray, black sparkle, all of those just scream Halloween to me. And there's another one that has gray, pink, and something else where I was like, it's like zombie kitty. Anyway, that's normally what I get. And normally I get their little bats. Well, this year I got a braid. I was like, ooh, unicorn. Well, this is blacklight. And blacklight is reactive, blacklight reactive. So I don't think that the sparkle is, oh, there you go. You're catching a little bit there on the backside. So this is a heavily sparkly roving here. Fiber tonal black light blue. This is 80/20. The one from Andrew is 100% targy. So this has tooth to it. This is a little bit slippier and smoother. And so I bought this and was thinking, ooh, unicorn. And then when I was putting it in my bag, I saw Aphrodite. And I was like, oh, those could be fun together. And especially with this one being blacklight reactive, could you imagine that, like pinging off the pink in here? And that little bit of like natural and that little bit of gray, just kind of adding depth. I was like, oh, that could be a lot of fun. I do a lot of 2-plies because I just do a lot of 2-plies. Well, I went over to Spin Up Girl, and of course I cannot pass up getting something from her crazy butt. And I found this. Now, this one is Cosmic Cassie is the colorway, and this is Shanico and Tessa Silk. So now we're adding a third texture. So we're going from mega super soft to very slippy soft to this nice, beautiful toothy. And now I think I need to try a 3-ply yarn. Now, unfortunately, because this was such a accidental thing that I did, that does also mean like I'm only going to have this much of the yarn. So I've got to come up with I'm going to have a hard time coming up with a project. It just also depends on how thin I can get my singles. But yeah, these are now, the plan is for these 3 to go into something together. These will be plied together. And that just, and especially thinking with and she said part of this is also blacklight reactive. So imagine all that blacklight reactive pinging off those pinks and purples and the gray and the depth that that's going to get. I mean, even without the blacklight, like this is going to be a highly textured, unusual yarn. So anyway, I'm very excited that I accidentally did a thing. I did not mean to do it. It was not my intention whatsoever. You know? And also I'm struggling because like I need to send her my low carb banana ice cream recipe for the Ninja Creamy. I need to, Andrew has asked for pictures once this yarn is spun, which now I need to hurry up and finish Witchy Poo so I can get started on this. Somebody else asked me to email them something, and then Q asked me to email her. I cannot for the life of me remember what I was supposed to message Q about, because I told her I'd message her on Instagram, and now I can't remember. I'm going to have to message her and go, do you remember what I was supposed to message you about? Because I told you I was going to send it to you on Insta. It is what it is. I'm going to set this to the side, and now we'll move on to the yarn and the knitting and crochet accessories. All right, guys. So I cannot believe this is it. This is it. This is all I have. This is all I came home with. So, yeah, let's start with the accessories portion here. So first off, we have Cooper's Corner. So little story, when I was doing my vendor walkthrough online and going to all the new vendors' websites and stuff and seeing what they're about and kind of trying to figure out, like, do they belong in accessories? Do they belong in fibers? And trying to figure out like my organization and plan, which went out the window. I noticed this bag on her shop website. And I almost messaged her and said, hey, can I go ahead and like pay for this and I'll just pick it up at the show? And I was like, well, I'll just get it there. She's probably bringing most of her stuff with her. So like, yeah, I get the last one. So very glad she did not sell that before I could come back to it. Also, I wanted one of her pencil cases. I almost forgot what it was I was coming back for. I knew it was something small. I keep losing my hooks when I am in the car. So I wanted to have something that was like more for my hooks, where I'm like, this is a hook bag, not this is for everything. And I can easily, you know, put my tapestry needle and a pair of scissors in there. But I need a place in my travel bag where I'm not losing my hooks, because it's becoming an issue for me. And then on top of all of that, she has donated a giveaway item. So comment down below what's your favorite thing that you saw in the haul, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel and I can see your subscriptions, and you are in the US, and I will enter you for a chance to win her device plop. So as I said in the vendor share, one of the things that she is doing is she is also doing like a bunch of like literary shows and things like that. She's not just, you know, knitting and crochet. She is also, you know, cozy, making accessories for all of your cozy life needs. So I do not have a device that I can put in here, but you know, I think most of us are familiar with our little device stands. I love the fact she calls them plops, because you just plop them down. I just think that's the cutest thing ever. But as most of us are also avid readers and consumers of cozy, I thought the book themed plop was very appropriate. So especially, you know, a lot of us also, we use our devices for our patterns and everything else. You know, it just kind of made sense. So again, thank you so much for the donation for the prize. Leave a comment down below saying what your favorite item is. Please be in the US, because unfortunately, shipping outside of the country has gotten incredibly expensive. And make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I do highly recommend going and checking out her Etsy. You guys know I am wildly fond of fun fabrics when it comes to my bags and stuff. I love my accessories to just be fun and enjoyable and as exciting to like pick up and use as the project is to pick up and make. And black cat in sweater with little fishies on a sweater. I'm just saying. That is not the cutest thing she had or the only cute thing that she had. And she also has a number of cat and dog prints. So just saying. Just saying. Next up, let's go to River Rat. So I did get one skein of her poinsettia yarn. I am thinking about doing, she had a shawls on display where you do like the bobble stitch when the color pops up, and her shawls were 2 skeins, and I was actually thinking about doing a cowl. And that's why I got the poinsettia one, because again, I'm trying to think of like some like seasonally appropriate kind of things like that. I also got one of these bags. I thought it was kind of cute because I just got done talking about like me loving cute aesthetic things, and bees being one of those aesthetics I really, really love. And they had these cute little, like, they're not dumpling bags, but little mini project bags for like a single skein project. And it's in my favorite holiday colors. And then it's all like bee themed. No, it's just like, that's so cute. I do have a friend where I was thinking like this may be also an appropriate gift for her. So I'm kind of torn. Like, do I keep it for me or do I gift it? But I did think that was stinking adorable. There it is. Next up, we have Granite State or Granite Mountain. Granite Mountain this year, I got the Colebrook fingering in the color Teratoma. I went with a purple. Every year I've got to get something. They're all just so pretty. I've gotten a number of things that are like outside of my wheelhouse, but I do have something very special planned for the the orange and blue yarn that I got last year. It's like the It's like my linen stitch shawl. I know exactly what it's going to be. It just may take me a little while to get there. And she also gifted me these. We were sharing our love for the little s'mores. And she did gift me the s'more point protectors. But that is what I got from her this year. So stinking cute. And she has the new launches she is preparing for this fall. I'm just saying, go. I think she's got a newsletter. Go sign up for the newsletter. Get on there and wait, because Carrie may have, like, that may be the big gift for me for Christmas this year. And the theme is like right up my alley. Just saying. Next, we have Chatham fiber. So I kept it simple. I do have a gray and black tonal that I am planning on using this with. So this is their 70% kid mohair, 30% silk, 50 grams, 476 yards, single ply. And this is their red purple colorway. So I was definitely thinking Gamecock colors when I picked this up. But like I said, I have a gray and black tonal that I was torn, because I have the gray and black tonal, and then I have a green and pink shifting variegated-y one, and they had like the perfect pink. And I was like, do I really want to like match the pink and kind of like highlight the green in the background and make the pink the primary color? Or do I want to maintain the balance on that one? And I couldn't make the decision. So I went ahead. The tonal will be perfect with this. So up next, this is Farm and Fiber. Mother Nature's Finest, U.S. Alpaca, Sport Weight, Unicorn Knitter's Yarn, all natural. I might be getting their name wrong. They were new this year. Chatham, this is their second year. This is their first year at the show. And wow, there we go. I was like, we are really blowing out on the lighter shade of green in here. So this is made from a fiber pool where a number of the farmers get together, put their fiber together and blend them. So this isn't just their animals. This is from a fiber pool of domestic pacas, right? This one is 100% Paca, right? 70% alpaca, 30% merino. And this is their sport. Very, very pretty colors. Vendor share. Go watch the vendor share, because again, we've got another veteran woman-owned business. So exciting. Up next, we have Which Way Crafts. I was just talking about a pink and green yarn that I already had. And of course, this is the one and this is another one where she was recommending doing the bobble stitch when the pink pops up. And now I'm like, ugh, I'm going to end up doing so many of those. Also, I'm still trying to build a fade from this show. I was only able to get 2 minis this year, and this was the first one that has come out. I will lay everything out, and I would love to be able to do not a fade, but an advent project out of these at some point, but hasn't worked out yet so far. But we do have another mini there. Next up, String Theory. So like I said, I was mega excited to see the Title Lock sets. Number one, who doesn't love that name? Come on. True nerd and geek household, but who does not love Title Locked? These are dyed to perfectly match in stripe. So this isn't, there's no wastage in getting perfectly matching socks. These are dyed. Plus I have the coordinating plus their little stitch marker. So this one is in the base Orbit. This is their 80/20. I really enjoyed working with the 80/20. I still have not used, I think it's the Targi base that I haven't used yet that I have. This is the color Geiger. And accidentally, I ended up getting the Geiger. This wasn't like when I was talking to her, but I honed in on the colors. And so I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in the vendor share, but Geiger is based, so the original Fiesta ware had a radioactive color, or was radioactively colored. So it's not just, like everybody talks about uranium glass and stuff. Anyway, these are based on the original colors of Fiesta ware. And that's why the name is Geiger. I do need to remember to make sure that I am getting their newsletter to my inbox. I think it's going to my junk mail right now, unfortunately. But I do want to make sure I'm getting that email where she's talking about how she gets the names for things, because brilliant. Can I just say brilliant? Up next, I have a colorway in their base Ohm. Ohm is 75% superwash cordell, 25% nylon. And this is the color Impatience. Oh my gosh, worms. Worms and reading. I was actually trying to read something earlier today and my brain just could not compute input. I think I'm too excited. Plus, I'm a little overwhelmed. There's a lot going on. I'm a little overwhelmed too. Next up, I have the show yarn this year from Fiber Studio. If you are not new here, you know how much I love Fiber Studio. I have an entire dedicated space on my yarn wall, my primary yarn wall here. They don't go into the show yarns. They have their own special place in my yarn room. They hang out with Lolo Did It and Queen City. This is on the Studio Sock, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And this is just Southern Comfort Fiber Market 2026. It's very reminiscent. It's like a more floral version of industrial, which is like my all-time favorite colorway from them. Next up, we have Knit Antics. This is 100% Erie Silk. This is the size 2 yarn, 350 yards, 3.5 ounces. Allergic to Commitment is the color. And oh, we're deepening. It's kind of in between the two adjust colors there. It's not quite as deep in person as it's showing right now, but it wasn't as light as it was showing before my autofocus decided to drop in on it. It is definitely green, blue, purple. I almost bought the periwinkle version of that, but I already have a periwinkle that I purchased at the show. Next, Swan City. So excited to see Carolyn and Bo again. And so last year she started, she hooked up with Meridian, which of course, everybody been around me knows I love Meridian's yarns, but their sparkle in particular, it doesn't fall out. It doesn't fall out when you dye it, and it doesn't shed while you knit it. It's wonderful to work with. Their Stellina sparkles are just, So this is the 80/20. This is 80% superwash Shanico and 20% silver. If I'm saying it wrong, please forgive me. I have been corrected every way I have said it, and every year I'm being told to say it differently. And now I'm so twisted up backwards on what it actually is. It's either Shanico or Shanico, and now I can't remember which it actually is. This is a real word. This isn't like a made up word out there. This is a real native word. It has a definitive pronunciation, and I had pulled it from that originally, and now I can't remember which is which because I've been corrected so many times. It happens. It happens. So this is Slate and she is calling this Sturry Sock, which of course is just exactly what it is. And this one is Sweet Cherry Pie. Now, I know I focused in on the pictures on the display of these. It comes in a 10% and a 20% stellina. One of the things I love about the Starry Sock and how Carolyn has chosen to, especially launching it, it literally is Halloween to New Year colors and perfectly like moves through all of the holidays there. I also picked up another mini from her because, again, like I said, it was really hard to find minis that kind of went with what I already had. Not a lot of vendors had minis this year, and the ones that did, it tended to be like mini sets. So like just picking up a color mini. But I love this. To me, it was like bubblegum ice cream. And this is her Baubles Bright. And this is the trusty sock. I really hope they make the trip up from Florida again next year because they are a hoot and a holler. And check out Carolyn's YouTube channel as well. I mean, she's weekly or bi-weekly. Oh, my brains, man. All right. 3 more to go. 3 more to go. 3 more to go. It was a deep bag, but it was one bag. So this is from Knitting Notions. Ironically, this is her new colorway. This is the Black Cherry. And this is the green that she is now discontinuing. This is oregano. But when I was talking to her, I was like, well, they kind of are perfect together. And now I'm thinking of fall projects that this is going to be. I do really, really love these. She's got another green that is absolutely beautiful as well, but too perfect. All right. Penultimate. Create Yarnworks. Elise. Another just like crazy lady. Crazy pants. This is from her. Like I said, I had already gotten like a little periwinkle multicolor. I love the neon tweed. We know Carrie loves a good tweed. So this is 85% superwash merino, 15% neon Donegal neps. This is DK weight. So I didn't only get fingering weight yarn again this year. I'm trying very hard to not just do fingering. While I love it, I'm trying very hard to not only do fingering weight yarns. And last but not least, this year I did make a substantial purchase for me from the Miller Girls. So first off, I got their 20% yak, 70% superwash merino, 10% silk. This is 231 yards per hank, and I got 4 of these. And it's this tannish, khaki-ish, grayish color. It's kind of like this beautiful natural in between, not quite brown, not quite gray, cool toned. So we're still, it's actually almost my natural hair color. Before it started going gray, it had a little less gold to it. So very similar to my hair color. And then I got 2 10% yak, 41% baby alpaca, 13% merino, 35% silk, 50 gram, 438 yard per hank. Fluffs. So we have 2 fluffs to go with our 4 standards. And these are intended to go together. I do have a couple of patterns where I think this would work. I'm not sure which one I am going to go with. There is one other that this could potentially be, but it would involve me ordering a little extra. But I was very excited to see them again. They had some gorgeous silks. And of course, like they've got their pants and everything else that are just, and they're so funny. You know, they're just funny. They're sweet. They're funny. They're good peoples. They're good peoples. We got to talk about music and everything else. So it was a lot of fun. But anyway, that is my haul. So that is my, birthday one big purchase haul. So the only thing that would have counted against my yarn budget is the yarn. Everything else kind of is its own thing. Hopefully for the rest of the year, I'll actually finish spinning some of the things that I have on the machines, because I do want to hurry up and get into the blacklight yarns. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic day. Go check out these vendors, purchase from their websites. They got some wonderful things. They got some beautiful stuff. All of them have some wonderful things going on. Check out the vendor share where we walk through all of the vendors, what they brought, what they've got going on, the new things, the things that like I said, Granite Mountain gave me a little sneak peek of what she's got coming up in September. I'm so excited. Anyway, I love you. I hope you are having a wonderful, fantastic day. As always, I look forward to seeing you real soon. Bye, guys.